All right, if you've been sitting on the sidelines of the Bay Area housing market, just waiting for the perfect moment to jump in, well, listen up. That moment might literally be right now. There's been a sudden shift that's created a really unique opening for buyers. And today, we're going to break down exactly what's happening and how you can get in on it.
Okay, let's just cut right to the chase. 6.5%. That's the number you need to know. It's the new average rate for a 30-year fixed mortgage, and it's the lowest we've seen in almost a full year. This isn't just some tiny dip, folks. This is a big drop, and it's already starting to shake things up.
So, you see that number, 6.5%, and you're probably thinking, okay, great, but what does that actually mean for me? Especially if you're trying to buy in one of the most competitive markets in the entire country, right? Well, that is the million-dollar question we are digging into right now.
And look, this is about way more than just saving a few bucks on your monthly payment. Think of it like this. That rate drop just cracked open what we're calling a window of opportunity. It's this brief but really significant period where the game has tilted just a little bit back in your favor as a buyer.
And trust me, you're not the only one who's noticed. This isn't some well-kept secret. With rates this low, mortgage applications are already spiking all across the country. More and more buyers are starting to pay very close attention, which means that window we just talked about, yeah, it is not going to stay open forever.
Okay, but let's get real for a second. This is the Bay Area we're talking about. A lower rate is awesome. It's a fantastic start for sure, but it's not a magic wand. It doesn't just make the insane competition disappear. And that really gets to the heart of the problem, doesn't it? You find a place you absolutely love, you put in an offer, and bam, you find out you're up against 5, 10, maybe even more other offers. In that kind of a fight, just having a good interest rate, it's just not going to cut it. You've got to have an ace up your sleeve.
So what is that ace? What's the thing that's going to set you apart from everyone else? Well, you can think of it as the literal key to unlocking doors in this market. And that key is called mortgage pre-approval. Now, let's be super clear about what this is. A pre-approval is not the same as a pre-qualification. That's just a rough estimate. No, a pre-approval is the real deal. It means a lender has gone through your finances with a fine-tooth comb and has officially committed, in writing, to lend you a specific chunk of cash. This right here is what separates the window shoppers from the serious buyers. Getting that one piece of paper gives you like 3 superpowers in this market. 1, it screams, I am a serious buyer to sellers. 2, it lets you move at lightning speed. You see a house you love, you can make a solid offer that day. And 3, you get to negotiate from a position of power, because the seller knows your money is good to go.
All right, so let's put this to the test. Let's take a little road trip around the Bay Area, county by county, and see exactly how this pre-approval key works in all these different market conditions.
Okay, just look at this. Up top, you've got the heavy hitters, San Mateo, Santa Clara. We're talking median prices around $2 million. Here, a pre-approval is non-negotiable. It proves you're even in the game and lets you pounce in that super fast tech market. But then, as you scroll down, you get to places like Contra Costa or Solano. The prices are different, but the strategy is the same. Your pre-approval is what makes your offer strong and confident. See, every county has its own flavor of crazy, and pre-approval is the answer for all of them.
Whoa, okay, hang on a second. Out of all that data, did you see that one number from Napa County? -12%. Yeah, you heard that right. Prices there have actually dropped 12% year over year. That's a huge deal. That's a market that's softening.
So you see a dip like that and you think, opportunity. But how do you actually grab it? This is where it gets good. The source material says it perfectly. Pre-approval gives you leverage. When a seller sees you are locked and loaded financially, they are way more likely to come to the table and negotiate. You see, a price drop is useless if you're not ready to jump. Pre-approval means you're ready. Okay, so we've got the opportunity, and we've got the key to unlock it. Now, let's talk about timing, because, and I really can't stress this enough, acting now is absolutely critical. This is the question you should be asking yourself right now. How long is this little advantage of mine actually gonna last? Because let's be honest, nothing in the Bay Area market stays the same for very long. So here's the deal. Let's look at today versus tomorrow. Right now, you've got lower rates, a little less competition, and even softening prices in some key areas. That's today.
But tomorrow, the risk is that all those other buyers who were waiting on the sidelines are about to jump back in. Competition skyrockets, and all those little affordability gains we're seeing, poof, gone.
So let's just boil it all down. Here's the takeaway. 1. Rates are at a one-year low. 2. The Fed is hinting at even more cuts, which is basically like sending out a giant invitation for every other buyer to jump into the market. Which leads to number 3. Getting pre-approved right now is your one shot to get ahead of that wave before it comes crashing back. Look, we've laid out the map for you. We've shown you the key. The opportunity is sitting right there in front of you. So the only question left is, are you ready to unlock the door?